Okay, now we're actually ready. We're supposed to do that in the. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Happy Friday Eve, everyone. It is good to be back. Had a good day off. Got a few things done. Today is today is stream number 387. We just keep chugging along. Getting
like
that closer to that
heads.
like a couple of chuggle heads. Getting closer to that 400th stream. Like, I just can't even believe it when I'm looking at, like, earlier this year. I remember when it was like not that many. I was like,
numbers going up. How do they do it?
I don't know what it is. There's something about it like motivates me. Anyways, I'm Hatsy Stuff. As always, to my left is my amazing partner, Nord, aka Nordic Monkey. Say hello to the stream, Nord.
I have personality.
Oh, is it emote only chat? God damn it.
And
of course I missed something. You know, I got memes today and I got all this other stuff, and then I missed
And then she
emotes.
is a meme. So I finally took the plunge and I did something to my Discord profile, and now it's not basic. There. A big deal for me.
Wait, what? You get what?
My Discord profile isn't basic.
Oh yeah, I told you to add some personality.
She told me to add some personality.
We're doing more things, and I was just like, you might want to like add some stuff to your
this way
profile.
I'm memorable with the company I'm working with and stuff.
Yeah, so people can like, because you've been using the Discord thing for the 3 years, I guess, that we've been like.
As long as we've been doing Discord.
So yeah. You forgot to actually, I forgot I can actually change that. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
Thorn's like, you need to fix that. Or I can.
I've been trying to remember, and sometimes I forget to like turn it to emote chat.
No, thanks for the reminder, Thorn.
Yeah, thank you for the reminder. But I sometimes forget that because I've been turning it to emote chat when we're not here.
Yeah, because people will do really messed up stuff.
Yeah, and I never
offline.
thought about that. I never thought like that was going to be a thing, but people on Twitter were saying that's a thing. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and turn
Wouldn't
it
be amazing
if
Twitch like did that for you when you're offline?
Oh my god, that would be nice if they had a button so when you go offline, your stream's no longer live, then it just automatically goes
or
to
at least
emote chat.
Or didn't use what happened while you're offline against you.
Yeah, but, I mean that would be nice if
whatever.
they could do that. So
whatever, it's your fault.
Like maybe mods and moderators and the person who owns the chat, the stream can like do it, but other than that, like there's no reason for other people to be talking in chat when you're not online.
Exactly,
it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's like Thorn said, Twitch making stuff easy? Never.
Yeah, it's kind of true, but like it doesn't make any sense to have the chat open when you're not there. Because I mean, even if you are watching another streamer, it doesn't. Who talks in chat when you're hosting another streamer?
I don't know. That's pretty peculiar.
Because the streamer wouldn't be able to see. I got coffee.
I got 3 cups of water. I did 2
Yeah, give me some water. My throat's pretty dry today. Okay, well, let's get this geeky talk segment started.
You got plans. You want it, girl?
We watched an old school movie, but I fell asleep last night. But Nord said it was actually pretty good. We watched what was it called? Was it War Game? With
War Games with Matthew Broderick and a lady who was
I fell
in
asleep,
like
so I didn't get to watch all of it.
2 of those movies back in the 80s, and then she stopped working ever.
I really want to watch it. I was just really tired, so we're gonna try to rewatch it. Maybe we should do a movie night or something randomly on Discord. We don't normally do random. We usually plan it, but I've been wanting to watch that movie because Nord's playing a game that I looked at and I was like, that reminds me so much of that movie, and I hadn't seen that movie since I was like a kid. So it was like
it's part of one of the projects that she said that we're getting. It's a new thing for Mug Club,
so I'm not gonna say anything bad.
We're not gonna go deeper into it. She's already spoiling it.
But I'm excited. I'm excited about it. Okay, so I'm sorry that I fell asleep. Like we'll watch it again.
She has an off switch. I haven't found where the on button is yet. I keep
It's usually
looking.
like 9 or 10 o'clock. I will fall asleep. I have stayed up later, but when it's something I'm super excited about, I can stay up. But otherwise, it's just like, it's just, I fell asleep. I think we watched it at like 8, around 8, and I still fell asleep.
I can't count on her talking to me to indicate that she that she's awake, because she'll talk in her sleep.
It's true.
And she'll be like, this part of the movie's blah 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 blah, and then I'll look over and her eyes are closed and she's out, and I'm like, oh.
Or like, I get mad if you ask, "Are you falling asleep?" I don't know why.
Oh, she gets so angry when I ask that.
I get really mad.
Are you going to sleep? Or are you asleep?
I'm not asleep.
I'm not asleep.
I don't know why.
She has no control over it. She just gets angry.
I don't know why.
Anyways, War Games was good. Yes, I agree. I had seen it way back in the day because, 1984. I'm positive I didn't see it when it first came out because it would have been 3. But
yeah, probably not. I saw it when I was a kid, but
if I did see it at the age of 3, I probably didn't take in too much about it. But I remember like that sort of thing really. They had
like spy versus spy movies and stuff. Like I don't remember what this one was, but I keep remembering like some spy movie, and there was a kid. Somebody had a glove to hide like his weird ass hand. I don't even know what the fucking like. These are just like random memories I have of some movie that I watched for some reason I don't know anything about. But I know that they have those kind of movies from the 80s, and some of them are so random. Like I just have random pictures in my head, just like when we watched Stay Tuned. Remember we watched Stay Tuned? I had like random pictures of that movie in my head, and I keep thinking we watched that at a dollar theater when I was really young with my dad, or my dad rented it. I don't know, but I had like only random pictures of that movie in my head, and I guessed when Thorn had said it was Stay Tuned, and she kind of said something about the movie. I was like, okay, I might have seen this because I just have these certain pictures. Like I just get snapshots and that's it, but that doesn't mean I know anything about the movie.
By the way, everyone, do not compete against Thorn unless you want a solid loss when it comes to movie trivia. She's got it down.
Okay. So...
Anyways, as Thorn was bringing up, it's nice when your stream craps out and people are waiting for you to come back. So yeah, that is a good point of being able to type in stream when it's offline. But like maybe set it as like 10 minutes after you're off.
But what if you can type and it's just moderators and the owner? I think that's fine because the owner can type in chat and be like, hey, I'm working on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I would think like if you had like a 10-minute cutoff or something.
Yeah, you can wait a few minutes or something.
Anyway.
That could work. Twitch, take my idea. Please use it. You can take it and use it. You
follow her for more tips.
Yeah. Follow me for more life hacks. Okay? Okay.
So what's up?
So today on Geeky Talk, we're going to be talking about a few items. We're going to talk about Adepta Sororitas. Sororitas. I can't say it, but it's the Sisters of Battle from Warhammer. And then we're going to be talking about scalpers in a specific game that I will not name because you probably know today is a big anniversary for a specific big game. We've actually played the game on stream. Do you know what I'm talking about, Nord?
No.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it when we get to it. I know you know what I'm talking about because it was fun, but the mod for it was terrible.
Skyrim?
Yeah, so today is Skyrim's anniversary. So happy anniversary, Skyrim.
Yay! You're alive after so many years.
It's never gonna die. Yeah. Ever.
Most games don't become teenagers.
Yeah, 10 years, like Thorn said, 10 years. But yeah, so like Skyrim, I kind of just, I know it's the anniversary, and I was like, I actually thought about us playing it, but I didn't want to buy the anniversary package thing, because like they're bigger fans than me, and so I just kind of like, I'll wait on it maybe. I don't know if I don't know what's in the anniversary edition. I have no idea like if it's worth it or not. I bet you Thorn can
tell you like every detail down to the line.
I don't, but I would like to play Skyrim again in the future, but we will do single player is what I'm kind of thinking.
Yes.
I'll play and you'll play, but we'll both just sing because like
and we could
Skyrim
have
together. Skyrim together. I wish it wasn't so borked. I
Yeah.
really wish it wasn't. It wasn't too bad. It was kind of fun
And
to
then
watch the chaos. That was the fun part. I just wish it was more like actual playing together.
I knew she would know the details.
Fishing!
Fishing! New magic spells, horse armor, new armor and weapons, and a ton of integrated mods.
Oh, nice. Oh, I'm glad they thought about the modding stuff. That makes me happy. So they didn't just like for this new edition, they're like, nope. But I wonder if Skyrim Together even works with the anniversary edition. I kind of doubt it.
We would have heard if Skyrim Together was being included.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
don't think
would've
so
made-
because
They would have made a big deal.
didn't they only work with a specific edition as it was, and also nobody's like really upkeeping that mod. I think, right? Or maybe
They are, but anyways, that's a good point. This new edition is going to mean that the mod community is going to have to try to
yeah.
change their stuff to work with all that. So
I'll be honest. I don't hate mods. I like mods. I think mods are good. The especially provides like more playtime to your game. It like extends the life of a game you really love.
oh yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just like
But
I'm
they have their
lazy.
limits.
Yeah, I'm lazy and I don't enjoy having to deal with updates, and I don't enjoy having to figure it all out.
Well,
So, that's why I don't play with like mods too often. It's just I feel like mods are kind of a pain in the butt. I'm lazy, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know.
We cranked up the difficulty,
And I always
and then,
break
like-
stuff. So
and then there were like certain caves and other like instanced portions
yeah.
that we would go in and be like, oh, we're not in here together. And so you try and do it without
Mhm.
each other, and it would be super freaking hard. Like in my case, I just didn't have no deeps.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm trying to kill it.
Well-
and you're like, I got no heals.
Well, and then the other thing with mods is like figuring out how to use it, and it's just like I just want to jump in the game and play. I don't want to have to figure out all the things,
no,
and I break stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing. So
plug and play was like such a integral part
yeah,
of like
that's
of
exactly
what
I
was
want.
so
I just
good
wanna
about
plug and play.
consoles for so long.
Just,
Like that's what consoles had over PCs for so long, because
Mhm.
you'd have to get into DOS and type all the commands and get your stuff going and blah blah
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and then you could play. And then eventually Windows made it a bit better, but
I remember the first time in World of Warcraft having to install mods. I was like, I don't want to do this.
and every patch, oh my god.
Mhm.
Do you remember when Decursive got banned?
Oh, all the mages
And
were
everybody
so...
was like, I don't know how to
not me, because I
Because
was
you had
like,
learned the other way.
I refused to download the mod. I was like, I will learn how to decurse, y'all. It's not hard, let me tell you.
We're getting our asses stomped on old bosses that
Yeah,
were
I
easy
totally
because
remember
people are like,
decursive.
how do I
'Cause
decurse?
Decurse, you would just press one button. This mod of Mace, you just press one button. So all the mages for like MC, I can't remember which boss it was, but there
There
were
was
several
like 2 or
bosses
3 bosses that had
in different
really
raids.
bad
Yeah, and
curses.
mages they were always like, mages need to learn how to decurse. I remember that being like a big deal. And like a lot of mages, because mages are always so focused on just I've got to output damage, they don't want to do decursing. And I don't blame them, because we're supposed to be about damage, so they just don't want to do it. You know,
And there weren't a ton of
druids would help out, but yeah, like you said, there's not a ton of druids,
Mhm.
but there were a shit ton of mages,
Yep.
so they expected mages to decurse.
Yep.
Thorn said they. Okay, sorry. I think I already. Did you already read that one? No,
I haven't. They added a lot of mods from their creation studio that were popular that you can enable if you want. So kind of like Divinity Original Sin, how
Okay.
you have the bags that you can enable at the beginning that were based off of mod packs.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, happy anniversary, Skyrim. So we're also going to talking about something that's old that happened that was an interesting thing.
Me.
Movie Pass. We're
Oh.
going to talk about that.
Okay.
Remember Movie Pass? We'll talk about it more later. And then I might talk about Pokemon. Lately, I don't know why, but Pokemon's been coming up a lot on my Geeky Talk.
Well, we're playing like a
session?
very Pokemon-like game tonight.
Yeah,
So,
or
today.
today, because today we're going to be playing Monster Hunter Stories 2.
I'm saying
by the
tonight
way.
because it's almost dark already.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of true. You go out there and it's like
3 p.m. Where's everything?
I feel like we live in like a Nordic area. I wonder if this is what it's. I gotta talk to that guy and ask that guy if is this what it's like in Norway.
We are far enough north that the northern lights were visible in our region. We just couldn't see it from where we're at.
Why couldn't we see it? Because like we had
trees.
clear sky.
Yeah,
I
it was
don't know.
trees and everything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, and it's hilly around here.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then we also get fog at night very frequently.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And is there anything you want to bring up today before we hop into our session and start talking about?
I wish you could play that game. I wish you could play that game, dude, because it would be so cool to be able to do the Sisters of Battle.
Oh, I should bring up some New World stuff too. So maybe we'll bring up some New World stuff too because they had a thing recently. I think it was on the 9th.
They got a major patch.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about more. They have PTR happening in New World. So
Or
maybe I'll talk about that and
Void Gauntlet.
And is there anything you wanted to add to the conversation?
about
anything that you're geeking out about?
No,
to the geek talk session.
I think that the addition of the Void Gauntlet's going to be really fun because I put my points into focus predominantly, and I've been splitting my points.
I kind of meant like a broad thing, and we'll get to it. You just hopped in and started to like, we're gonna go into this right now. But do you want to talk? We'll talk about New World here when we get to it. Okay. I'm trying to put some organization to this so we can just like broadly go over
stuff
the things
is
we're
releasing.
Talk about. So what is
EU4? Its new expansion is releasing.
Okay. Do you want to talk about EU4 then?
Not particularly.
Oh, okay, fine. Why'd you? I'm asking you if you want to talk about something.
I want to play it.
EU4 is coming out.
I want to play. Okay, I'll talk about it.
We're having a discussion. You are. You know what? Sometimes like I know I'm the shy one with the social anxiety, but like, and I think that I'm pretty socially awkward.
I don't know how to human.
Just like I ask you.
I too is human. I walk on my leg.
Well, with 40 people to look for an effect, you could remove sucked?
Yeah. People that you could remove curse from.
Oh.
Dude, yeah, there were some people that would be like just spamming curse remove on one person, but the like damage meter thing would track how many people actually had a curse removed, and so they'd be like, I kept doing it, and be like, it says right here that you didn't. It's like that Maury Povich
I just
meme.
Expected not to. Whenever we had like the major the major boss fights, I don't even remember. I just remember, I don't know why, but my brain keeps telling me someone in MC that I can't remember and was like the snake looking guy.
Lucifron had a curse.
I don't know who it was.
Another one had a major curse.
But I just expected to really not do any damage. Like I would do a little bit of damage. I just expected not to do very much damage because I'd have to like. So what they ended up doing is they put a mage in every group, and that mage was supposed to be focused on that group, and I didn't expect to do as much damage. But the funny thing is like I think because I was a healer before I was a mage, I was looking at everybody everywhere.
The bars, they still need things.
Yeah, and then not only that, it sucked because the other mages weren't like, they didn't know how to decurse or didn't want to decurse because they were more focused on their damage. That's what I remember from that back like long time ago.
Dude, okay. So not to go down too deep of a rabbit hole here, but the first big guild that we were in, Hazi's the one that had the falling out. And she had a very big I'm out.
Yeah, I did.
Because the priest class leader was starting a whole bunch of shit with her over decursing.
I remember your name, Evenstar.
She remembers her name. Anyways.
I don't forget that shit, man.
Anyways.
I have a long memory. I don't know what else to say.
You had proof that you had been decursing, but she went after you specifically saying you weren't. And you were like, no, I got it all tracked right here. I can show you.
I have the receipts. I keep the damn receipts, okay?
And there was a big blow up over it. And she was like, fuck you, I'm out of the guild.
Yeah, I did do that. I had like a couple of big blow ups and two guilds.
Yeah, well, that wasn't like
that wasn't our main like.
That was the final straw.
Yeah, that was like the final.
There was a
straw.
whole bunch of problems.
We were already talking about leaving the guild, and then I was just like, that just made it.
They were
worse.
kind of a feeder guild.
Yeah, they were kind of a feeder guild. Like, it wasn't like the top guild. It was just super large, and a lot of people could go there. And like, if you didn't know how to raid, you kind of learn how to raid there, or you can get some gear and then move on to like another guild that's a way more serious.
Like we had
kind of casual.
We had a hunter who didn't auto attack.
Yeah.
Only used abilities.
Yeah, I remember that.
And like other things that were very inefficient.
Yeah. We had I had a friend who was a paladin who didn't really know how to play the paladin.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I don't want to say her name because I adore her.
No.
But I remember because we were talking to her and you brought something up and she's like, I can do that. It's like,
yeah. There wasn't a lot of quality play.
Something.
There wasn't a lot of quality play back then.
Yeah.
And
but it was fun times because
yes.
we were like all learning,
Mm-hmm.
and like even though it was stressful, I don't know why at the time, it just made it. I still have like good memories from it.
Yeah,
because it's funny now that I look back on it.
It's crazy to look back on.
Yeah,
Thorn was like living bomb.
Yes, living bomb. We would like whoever got living bomb would have to like run out. Like we'd have a circle,
mm-hmm.
and you have to run out to the back or run out back to the back wall and blow up over there. That's what they would make us do.
Yep.
And then the healers would like focus on you.
And
that's kind of what we did.
If you got far enough to
that's
the
wall,
wall,
we did anyway.
If you got far enough to the wall, you could like hit your head on it and come back down, so you wouldn't take a lot of fall damage.
Oh my god, good times, good funny times.
Anyway,
I did so much MC back in the day that like I did it completely drunk for my birthday one time.
Completely drunk is an understatement. It was like blackout levels.
I don't remember.
Of drunk.
I didn't remember anything, and I woke up and I'm like, "How did I even do that?" And I asked, like Arch and Kaba. These were two of our friends, that we were playing with.
Mm-hmm.
I said, like, "So how'd I do?" They were like, "You're like number 2 on the damage meters," because like. Which is actually really good considering I was like just really drunk. But Nord wasn't there. Nord didn't want to go, and I was kind of happy that you weren't there because like I could never beat Nord on. I could never beat you on damage. It always drove me insane. I could never catch. And I'm usually the 3rd or 4th on the damage meters when we would go, but I can't even get close to you. So, but nobody could. You were always top damage. That was a thing. I was very competitive with Nord. Anyways, let's jump into this, y'all, and do some chatting, because the first thing I want to chat about. So this is like really cool, but I can't do anything about it. So
I hope she tries again.
No, I don't want to. I can't. I'm sorry.
Okay,
This just it made me sick, and I don't want to try again. But Warhammer 40k Inquisitor Martyr.
Long name game.
Yeah, long name game. I hate saying the name because I'm like, I can't remember all those words. Thanks, y'all. But anyways, we tried playing it. I think it was earlier this year.
Yes.
And that was like a no-go for me because I was out, I think, that whole week because of the
how sick you felt.
Yeah, the motion sickness did not go away. It was really bad. Because of that experience, I really don't want to go back to the game. It was that was a bad experience for me. Like I could go back and see, was it really the game or was it me, like having allergies or whatever, dealing with that. I don't know, but I just don't want to tempt fate, like I don't want to be out in a week because I can't, I'm too sick.
Yeah.
Because of constant dizziness. Because having dizziness all week, that was rough.
There has to be like a less shake or less something.
I don't think it was the shake. You want me to be honest? The reason I think that I got motion sickness from this game was because you can move the camera. And I was moving the camera with my because I was playing melee with my melee, so I was always going like that. I think
and
that's
you're just
really
whipping it around too much.
Yeah, and then got to look at everything because of all the, I don't know. I want to say it's because of that. And then plus you and that guy were playing as well. And so it was kind of like I was trying to tank for y'all, but it was really difficult. And I don't know if something with that caused it or if it was the flashiness, which the flashiness might have actually been part of the reason, because while I was playing Lost Ark, which I've had a little bit of not like motion sickness, but I've had a little bit like getting a like behind the eyes headache.
Yes.
From Lost Ark, and I think it was because there's lots of flashing.
Mhm.
So I turned on the photosensitivity mode so that I don't have to see as much flashing.
Yeah.
But felt like it was still flashing, but when I did that though, I did notice like an hour later my headache was kind of like dissipating.
It was lessening.
Yeah,
That's
so
good. That's
I
good.
think that maybe that could have been the issue with Martyr Inquisitor. I'm not sure.
Maybe I'll look up if there's like a photosensitive mode and stuff.
So yeah, maybe if I do photosensitive mode, I'm scared to do it again, Nord, because I don't want to be out from being able to play games for like a whole week. Because I remember I came back and tried to play a normal game with y'all, and I couldn't even do it. It was too rough. So I don't know. And then I remember Thorn bringing up the whole, like, they had this like vignette over the screen, so it's like, so on the corners of the screen or like around the frame, it's darkened. and I don't know if that's why. I just don't know what the issue was. So I did okay, and also it's kind of a dark game.
Yeah, it is.
But I played Lost Ark and I didn't have all these issues, and I kind of think it might be because it's brighter. I feel like I can see better in Lost Ark. I don't know. I didn't have to, you can't really move the camera. You can move it out, but you can't move the you can't like whip the camera all the way around.
Yeah.
So I just think that,
so it was more helpful for you.
Yeah. Maybe I could go in, try fixed camera and try some other things again, but maybe. I have to do it when like I'm intentionally taking time off, I think.
So that you don't ruin yourself for a week or something.
Yeah.
Thorn, Inquisitor Martyr had a ton of lighting effects flashing from abilities. Yeah, that's true. It's very true.
Maybe I need to turn, if they have photosensitivity mode, then maybe I need that. But if they don't have it and I can't turn that off, there's just no way, because that stuff like really starts to get to me when it's that flashy.
At least you didn't have a seizure.
Yeah, at least I didn't have a seizure. Yeah. High five, no seizure. Yeah. But yeah, that was rough. Anyways, I'm a little saddened that I can't play because they're bringing in the Sisters of Battle.
And you love playing as the Sisters of Battle.
I love Sisters. Games. Yeah, Warhammer games. I love Sisters of Battle. I think they are so cool. I have a Sisters of Battle book that I read. That was a good book. I haven't gotten the other one yet, but it was really good. Sisters of Battle are really intriguing to me. They have different like I don't know what you call them, but like groups of sisters.
Cadres.
Yeah, cadres, and they're all really interesting, and they're just really badass, and I really love them in Warhammer lore. But they are coming to this game, and I am a little like sad that like I feel a little bit scared about trying to play this one.
Well, it's crazy because like the Space Marines are superhumans.
Yeah.
That have been genetically altered and given all this stuff, and they're like human tanks.
Yeah.
But like the Sisters of Battle are like, no, I don't need all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm a normal human, basically.
Yeah.
Who's just going to use their fervor and ferocity and get out there and kick ass.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't need that shit.
I know.
It's crazy. They're just.
I love Sisters of Battle. Anyway, so that's coming to this game if you're interested in it. I know Nord actually brought this one up to me. But if you want to play it, you can play it. Maybe you and that guy could play it together. But it may be a while before I get to it.
If it's not you.
Aw, thanks. Anyways, okay, and then the other thing I wanted to bring up, scalpers hey, I said it was Skyrim. I didn't mean Skyrim. Scalpers are selling I said it was Skyrim, and I was wrong, y'all. So scratch that. I said it was Skyrim. I don't know. I keep thinking, when I hear Elden Ring, I think Skyrim. I don't know why, but they're
Elder
not.
Scrolls?
Maybe that's what it is, because
Elder
Scrolls. Yeah, Elder Scrolls is probably why when I think Elden Ring, I think Skyrim. It's so weird. I don't know why I make that connection, because this is supposed to be a Souls-like, and Skyrim is not a Souls-like, but I still keep getting them mixed up for some reason. Anyways, scalpers are selling Elden Ring closed network test codes for hundreds of dollars. Damn scalpers! They're always like getting in the way of shit, right? Like, look at this.
I really wish that
Look at this.
Oh my gosh! I really wish
$400.
I really wish our country had anti-scalping laws.
Yeah, anti-scalping laws would be really nice. You know,
like you look at a lot of these others, and it just doesn't happen. It's just like, no, they stop this.
Yeah, that's true. I just
I don't know. I'm
just really here's the thing. I want to play Elden Ring, but I
not $350 bad.
Yes. Also, I'm just happy I'm not like one of the super fans that are really gung ho about playing it, because I can wait. Like, I can wait years. It's fine with me. This is not a game I'm like, oh my god, I have to play it, because on Twitter there is so much hype centered around this game that I'm noticing from fans of Soul-like games. Yeah. So I guess this is gonna be like a big freaking deal. But that's okay, because I've got a PC and I've got other games with, you know, like, it's fine with me.
I have no other games to play.
But I do feel, yeah.
Why not matter to you?
But after dealing with my son saving up his money and still not being able to have a PS5, we probably won't be getting a PS5 till sometime next year. We talked about, me and Nor talked about this. Lucky if we're next year. I don't know, but we are not getting a PS5 or a new Xbox Series X until, like,
they're available without scalping.
I mean, yeah, as long as we can just get it, like, yeah, as long as we can just get it, that's the main thing. But
I mean, the Xbox is starting to get lower. It's like 600, 700 now.
Yeah,
from the scalpers, but it's still like, I don't know. On principle, I really don't want to work with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, no, you don't want to work with the scalpers. That's stupid
also, you
crap.
can get effed.
Yeah, you can get effed.
You pay the
that's
money,
true.
and then it's just like, oh.
Yeah. So I think it's probably better to. I agree. It's better to wait. I feel bad for our kid, because
he knuckled down.
Yeah, he saved all his money to get both of them, and
when they first came out,
and like we tried ordering them as soon as we could, but it was too late. Like, you know, everybody had bots. I can't beat a bot. You know, I can't beat a bot. I tried, but I couldn't do it. You'll get PS5 when PS6 comes out. Yeah, it's probably what's gonna have to end up happening.
Basically,
I feel bad for our son though, because I hope that doesn't happen when we can get PS5, because our kid is not gonna be happy with that. Like, ever since the PS5 came out, it's been just nonstop. Like, am I gonna get a PS5? Like, it's still talked about.
He asked me last night.
He asked you last night?
He asked me last night.
So
I feel bad for him.
Yeah, I feel and I bet. So what I'm trying to say is I feel bad for anybody that might end up, you know, with Elden Ring, especially after having to deal with that crap. You know, I really wish there was anti-scalping laws, or, you know, I think companies could do something about this if they really wanted to. They could do something about it. But a
lot of the people that have been found out to be doing major scalping things were working with the companies. So it's just like...
yeah. Oh,
it's like insider trading levels.
Yeah.
Anyways, there was, back when they were first showing some of the stuff on it, some of these investment groups were investing into the scalping of PlayStations.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Because of the huge return on investment. Because if you can buy them for $500 and then turn around and sell them for $1,200, I mean, that's pretty freaking.
I don't know why I feel like shocked. It's not shocking when you think about it. It's like, yeah, that's what people are doing.
Like, one of the biggest things that a lot of people do is just like, hey, we have this really good bot program so that you could scalp too.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are doing to get their own.
Yep. They're buying the bots.
And they're like, I got my own. And it's just like, yeah, but you got your own using the illegitimate means. It's just
other countries have scalping laws. So
yes,
this stuff
South Korea
just doesn't happen in the same way. So
Japan has scalping laws. I think Canada even has scalping laws.
I don't want to talk about it because we always, when we get into these discussions, we're like, we should move.
Hazzy put out a tweet last night about how she wanted to go to freaking South Korea just so that she could continue playing Lost Ark.
Yeah. The Nord was like, you don't want to do that. This was beta. They still got to fix things. I don't care. It's good enough for me. I can keep playing this. This is fine with me.
She's like, I want to keep playing the beta. It's like no, they got to get to work on it. And she was like, well, then I'm going to South Korea. God damn it.
I mean,
they have the Russian servers though. I'm gonna start writing letters to her in Vladivostok. Be like, hey, how's it going? She's like, I'm freezing my ass off, but the game keeps me warm.
I mean, I didn't have a lot of time to dedicate to it. I really wanted to would have liked to put a way more, like the whole week, every day, just dedicated to playing it. But I just I didn't have the time. Like I had it's funny because when New World came out, I had more time, and I just kind of got sucked in when we started out in New World. But with this beta with Lost Ark, there's too many things going on. So I tried to schedule it in, but I had so much fun. Like I just didn't want it to end. And there are things I didn't get to see that I'm a little sad that I didn't get to see. And they also have boats, so you can travel around to the other islands, and I didn't get to do that.
Yeah.
I know I'll get to do it, but it does. If you look at Steam, it's not coming out until March 31st.
Yeah, it's the release is a ways away.
So it's kind of like, okay, well, I'm just not gonna be able to play until. I'm so sad.
Perhaps they'll have another beta to test something.
It was such a good freaking game. I love that game so much. I know that they're I feel like with the game here in the States, people are either they either love it or they hate it. I feel like there's no in between, which is one of the reasons why I'm trying not to talk y'all into playing the game, even though I think the game is really great. But I don't necessarily want, because I would really feel bad if I talk somebody into playing them. But Cassie, this game sucks. That's what I feel like, and I'm like, well, I like it a lot, so I don't know what to tell you. I don't know.
I think if you've been into ARPGs, really solidly into ARPGs, you're gonna like them.
Yeah, I mean, it does have a slow start. The slow start kind of gets you into it, and kind of gets you used to it, I think. I still really wasn't entirely used to it because I feel like the UI and the menus and stuff, I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to take me a little while to
The menus on that are in depth, man.
Yeah, they really. Oh, I wanted to say something. I like what newer game like New World is doing, and also Lost Ark are doing with the the menus, where you just hit escape and they kind of come up or whatever. Yeah. And then you have all these options. I like that because it keeps the UI clean while you're playing the game.
Rather than having a very cluttered UI.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was something that always annoyed me. And I was like, I wonder what they could do to fix all the UI stuff. And...
Yeah, because there's a lot of information that you want to have, but you don't necessarily need it in your face at all times.
Yeah, exactly. So I kind of like
along
how they're
the perimeter.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of like how they're doing that now in a lot of games. I just thought about that.
That's a good quality of life change.
Yeah, and I just thought about that because I remember when I started playing New World, I was like, I gotta get used to this UI. And the reason I was saying that was really because is when I went to that menu, I wasn't used to all the things being there, and so I had to get used to oh, I have to do this thing in order to get here. But it's nice because it keeps all those menu things out of the way while you're playing the game.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm really happy with that. I just watched a video by Preach about Lost Ark. Apparently he and his team liked it quite a bit. Oh, nice. I'm glad I'm glad somebody else liked it because I thought it was really good and really addicting. I don't know.
We've known some people that weren't into it, but a lot of them also weren't into ARPGs, so
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I think some people are going into it thinking MMO. And while it is MMO, it's an ARPG.
Yeah. He was addressing the pay to win thing people are freaking out about and how it really isn't a big boost like people think. Yeah. Yep, exactly. It's not, and you can basically do everything you want to do. It just takes more time if you don't want to pay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't.
Or you could just purchase the stuff from the auction house that these people got.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
they're going to be
amazed
for
that
sale.
it's been out in Korea for many years now. So it's actually kind of like an old game. So like that's why I'm just like I'm gonna move to Korea. Yeah, so I can play Lost Ark.
I'm gonna have a hard time.
I don't think I'll
finding
ever
VA
become a
facility,
pro.
but
I would
other than
never.
that-
Yeah, I would never become a pro. But I want to live in Korea. So I can just play Lost. I can just no life Lost Ark. That's why I just forget it. I'm sorry. I just
As if,
don't.
like, you know what? I
We're
spent
gonna
all that
go
time learning
no life
Japanese.
Lost
It's
Ark.
time to start learning Korean.
Yeah. Like, but just go and know. Like, I
Hey,
felt
you got
like
a
that
little
was.
bit of Korean, so that's your excuse of why you have to learn Korean and go there.
Like maybe I'll stream in Korea and do Lost Ark or something like that. But I'm not doing anything more than that. That's how I feel about that game. It's just
Your
so
whole
good.
life.
Well, when I was playing New World, I felt like I was like, okay, this game's okay. It does the lizard bane scratch, and I was thinking, oh my god, I'm gonna no life this game, and I like got in so many hours so quickly that I was like, oh god, I'm no life. But I think I've gotten so used to the game now, and I see some of the flaws. I'm not like everything is rosy. I'm at the point where not everything's, and I see its flaws. I also see its strengths.
Yeah.
So I don't think I can no life that game because of the way, but I'm feeling that way with freaking Lost Ark. So we'll see what happens. Maybe I play Lost Ark for many hours and I realize, oh, there's some flaws, so I'm okay. I can do this at a moderate level rather than being obsessed with it. You know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
2022 is turning out to probably be a very strong year for gaming.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because even Victoria 3 is coming next year.
Same month. So Victoria 3 technically doesn't have a release date, but something accidentally got put out on Twitter, and then they deleted it right afterwards. That was saying that it was going to be in March. So we'll see.
Oh god, I'm excited.
Somebody's
about it.
like, "Oh shit, delete that."
You don't know. So there was this. So Nord share. So if you go to our Discord and you go to the strategy games section, Nord shared a really good whatchamacallit.
That's the right command, right?
Yeah, or used to be, but I might have to change it. I don't know. I don't know.
That was the right command.
That was the right command. I guess it's not anymore. Anyways, I don't know. I haven't looked at Nightbot in a while. We'll have to worry about it later. But if you want to go to our Discord, if you go down to the panels, we do have a link there. I think it works, but I haven't tested it. I did change our name, so it might not work.
Let's try
I don't know. I haven't tested it. It looks like it's work. Yeah, so the link down in the panels is working. Unfortunately, it's not working in chat, so I will just have to update that. I didn't know that was not working. So with everything changing, with our brand changing and everything, we'll just have to transition everything. If I find little things, I'll have to fix it. And we'll do it as it goes. So yeah. But yeah, there's this YouTube video. And they were talking about Victoria 3, and I like, because it brought it up in the video, I like the fact that you don't have to go to war in order to like play the game. You like in CK3, even if you play diplomatically, you still kind of have to go to war at times. Like you kind of don't get an option. Like you still have to have like troops and whatever.
Everything that you want that somebody else has.
Yeah.
You have to fight for.
Yeah, but in Victoria 3, it's very different because you can use diplomatic means in order to get around stuff.
You can make agreements so that, like, this territory that is very difficult for me to manage because it's a lot of the people are of a different ethnicity or something. Like say you're playing as the Austro-Hungarian Empire and Prussia.
Okay.
You have. Never mind. Anyways, you might want to swap territories, or you might just be like, "Hey, I'm big and powerful. You don't want to fight me? Give me that." You can do that sort of stuff in it. You don't have to go out and squash their ass over it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm really excited about it, because kind of do that kind of stuff. Thorin said, "Do they have playtime limits in South Korea?" I don't know about that. I think that's China.
Has a lot of it.
I'm sure China does. If I remember seeing an article, but
South
I don't
Korea
think
has
South
a lot
Korea
of discouragement over playing to certain limits.
Yeah, I think South Korea might have some but I don't know about. I don't think South Korea is very like a lot more open.
Yeah.
Like it's not. I would say it's very different from like what people in America expect China to be. It's not the same. They have lots of cool stuff in South Korea.
They have like a what was it? Like it was an emergency response team for gamers.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like people who are getting dehydrated because they've been gaming too long or stuff like that.
Yeah, because
like
people in South Korea
they call that rather than calling
because gamers
the
in South Korea have died from gaming and whatever, and it's like gaming's like a major part of
culture.
of their culture right now. You can go and they have like these awesome like cafes where you can go and game and whatever. So which is another reason why I wouldn't mind visiting Korea because a lot of that stuff looks really, really cool to me. Korea is a really interesting country. I really want to visit one day. Mm-hmm. And not only if I go to Japan, I've said this before. So like my family is from Fukuoka. And Fukuoka is the closest point to Korea that's in Japan, and you can actually take a like ferry and go to Busan. And so like I kind of there's kind of something in the back of my head that I've been kind of keeping in my mind when I do finally one day go to Japan. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Maybe very old. I don't know. Like we'll see. I have too many responsibilities here in the States.
The closest point among the 4 main islands.
Yeah.
There are tiny islands that are closer.
The tiny islands are closer, but I mean on the main island. Yeah. So, and plus not only that, found out like I also have Korean heritage it's not necessarily like super shocking because it's really weird like when you get that the DNA test stuff happening. Mm-hmm. It wasn't shocking. None of it was shocking because it's like, oh, I already knew that. Except for I didn't know that about the Italian ancestry.
What about the Yakutsk? That was a little.
I was surprised about that too. But the Korean ancestry, I wasn't super shocked just because my grandmother had said, oh, people in our family have said that we have some Korean ancestry, but she's like, but it's probably just a rumor. Like. Mm-hmm. They don't even know anything in depth about it. But also like way back in the day, like Japan and Korea, they don't like a lot of times the people they don't get along mm-hmm. because of certain historical stuff that's happened between the two.
Yeah, and Korea had kept shifting between under China's influence and then under Japan's influence, kind of getting torn back and forth.
So, like, sometimes, especially with older generations, like my grandmother, it was kind of like something that was like hush-hush, you know what I mean? Like, you don't talk about because it's just the way it was for her. So, yeah, I'm not saying I'm pro that. I'm just saying that's the way it was for her.
That's the history of the situation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so next thing, moving on. Do you remember MoviePass?
I remember MoviePass. I loved MoviePass.
But
that was before COVID too.
So I have something to tell you. It sounds like so Stacy Spikes, who's one of the original co-founders, has like paid to like move it out of bankruptcy, and I think she's like rebranding it basically, and it's instead of like red and white, it's gonna be like black and white. They're going to redo it, and we'll see what happens. I have no idea what to expect. There isn't a whole lot of, like, information about what's going on with it. But you can sign up for emails if you're interested in finding out about MoviePass and doing it. I had a great time with the first MoviePass. I think I don't know if this next MoviePass is gonna be like.
We used the heck out of it.
Well, it was so cheap. It was like $9 a month, $8 a month at one point. Mm-hmm. It was so freaking cheap. When I found out it was coming out, I was like, we need to get on this right now. And we watched like movies all the freaking time.
And we don't live by a major movie theater. We were going into town a half an hour away.
Here's the thing. I don't know if I really want to get it just because I've kind of gotten into the habit of not going to the movie theaters since COVID. Mm-hmm. And so I'm a little nervous about that. I know that a lot of the movie theaters have set it up so you have like dividers and all this other stuff in between you when you go to the movie theater. But I don't know. maybe I will wait a little while. I'm interested to see what MoviePass does do, just because I really liked MoviePass we had. I don't know what they're gonna do to make it not so like not put them into bankruptcy. I don't know what they're gonna do.
No, they're gonna have to go at it a lot more balanced.
Like, I think it's gonna have to be more expensive. I freaking hate theaters. Last movie I saw in a theater was when The Dark Knight came out. Worst experience ever.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? That sucks.
If you don't mind, do you want to tell us what happened, or is it too bad to talk about?
I don't know.
What was our last movie that we saw?
In the movie theater? I can't even remember. You can't remember either?
No.
Yeah, I don't even remember. I have no idea what movie we saw.
Maybe the episode 9 Star Wars?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's been so long, I don't remember.
It's been a while.
We just have avoided it now since COVID, but yeah,
also it's a lot of travel.
I like the movie theater because it's just like a thing to do. Sometimes when like we're here, you know, our son is kind of like wants to do something, it was like an option for us to go to the movie theater, even though it was like half an hour away, which was kind of a pain in the ass. But I don't know. I don't really. It's not like
out of it.
It's not like it's something. Yeah, we make a day out of it exactly, and so it was just kind of something that we'd go out to do because of that, just for something to do, I guess.
That and Costco and some other old people stuff.
But it's so it's so funny though, because now I'm just like, I have no interest in going. I go out way less. Ever since COVID, it's just like going out is like not a thing we really do that much anymore.
We set up our own home theater with like recliners.
We did, but then we turned all that into our kids' room
because he loved the big screen TV so much. He was always in there.
Yeah, so we turned that into the kids' room. We don't really have that set up anymore. But we, you know, I don't really feel like a need to go to the theater still. I can just watch a movie on my TV in my bedroom. It's fine.
Or on our PCs.
Yeah.
Someone near me fell asleep and snored through the movie. Some people constantly chatted through it, and some dude behind me kept kicking my seat and coughing on my hair. My hair was wet when I almost... Oh, that's disgusting.
That's so gross. Oh my God.
And some kid cried through the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, I see why you remember that experience. I'm sorry, Thorn. That's horrible. Jeez.
It's maybe a
need
better
to call Christopher Nolan and like get a public apology on that.
I don't know if they have anything like this in Illinois, because I know you're in Illinois, Thorn. In Texas, what's the name of that movie theater? There's a movie theater where you can eat and watch a movie. It's really cool. I can't remember the name of it right now.
You have like a dining area.
Yeah, you have an actual dining area.
It's separate
really
from
nice.
Everyone else.
But if anybody makes like a freaking peep or like they get kicked out, like it's really strict. Kids are not allowed.
Yeah, it's 18 and up.
Yeah, it's 18 and up.
Even if you're watching PG, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, and yeah, it's really nice.
They had good ribs. Like it was real food.
It's really nice place to go to because like you don't have to worry about people being obnoxious. People tend to be really quiet in those movie theaters.
Yeah, it was very popular because it was like, no, we don't tolerate bullshit and we will give you good food.
Yeah.
And they were like, they did a whole bunch of booze, which I'm not a booze person, but you know, for some people.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing too is like, okay, so I don't mind kids. Like if I go to a movie theater and it's like, I don't know, we've talked about this before, Monster Inc. or, you know,
something
Disney.
Where you expect kids.
Yeah, I expect kids. It's fine. I'm usually fine because I have a kid. He's been young and a pain in the butt as a little baby.
He was young at a point.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like he's 16 now, so it's different. But
still remember when he was like
still, when I go to see like a rated R movie that I want to go see, I don't expect kids there. But sometimes people will bring their babies in and they start crying, and I'm just like, I just want to watch the movie. I don't want to hear.
But what we did because of MoviePass at the time,
we saw every freaking movie available.
We would find very, very rare times where we'd be
that's
almost
true.
always the
like
only
in the
people in the
middle
theater.
of the day or the last movie at night, if like nobody would be there at the last movie at night or in the middle of the day, like the first one in the day.
Theater.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Unless it was a holiday, then it was like, forget. If it's a holiday, do not go to the movie theater. But at least this is what I remember. I haven't been in a while, so yeah, that's the like, that's the way it is. I had to take a damn shower. You probably should have thrown bleach on yourself too. Oh, I would be like, a shower is not enough after getting coughed on to the point where I got wet.
I am sorry about that, Thorin. That's like a really bad theater experience.
Hey, Brandon! It's good to see you.
Club.
Cheers!
Hello, Hazzy and Nord. Hello, Brandon and
it's good to see another member of our mug club. Cheers! Yes. Thank you, both of you, for your services, and hello, Miss Thorin. Hey, thanks, Brand. Thank you.
Thank you, Brand.
Hey, you. So I don't know what I'm gonna think about MoviePass going out. Well, I'm gonna
have to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my eye on it. I don't know. We'll see, and then I'll think about it because I don't think I'm ready to go to the theater
to make a judgment call.
Yeah,
but we had a great time with it in the past.
Yeah, so we'll see. But I was really excited to actually see that because of I had a lot of fun watching many movies.
The option to pay to watch movies at your house that were normally at release times.
Yeah,
I was like, hey, yeah.
It was like
I made some fantastic
actually,
popcorn.
Do you remember
right?
this when you wanted to see a movie that's streaming from the theater? Because they started doing this on some services like before COVID.
Yep.
It was like $50 or something crazy like that.
Some of them were, but some of them were more reasonable at like 20.
24, 25 maybe.
Yeah.
But that's more than the movie theater, which is like at that point I'm like, I'll wait. That's more
but
than
if you're watching
theater.
As a group of 3, which our family.
I mean, that's true. I didn't think about it like that.
Then you're actually saving money.
It's funny though, because when I see it, I'm like, that's a lot of money. This is why you do the budgeting and I don't. Well, when I look at it, I'm like, that's a lot of money.
They kill you on sodas at the theaters. You're
sodas,
like $6.
Popcorn is expensive too. Popcorn's pretty expensive. It's
everybody talks about how popcorn's through the roof, but the sodas or other various beverages.
And I'm not somebody. I don't really like to. Well, I've done it a couple times, but I don't like sneaking food in. But I've done it a couple.
She would
times.
Always chastise me. Me and my buddies, when we were teenagers, we
would always sneak food into the movie
theater. As soon as there was. Don't bring in outside food or drink. We would crack our cans of soda then.
It's true. You would.
Because we were rebels. It was stupid.
I'm glad Brandon's here because we're going to talk about some Pokemon.
We needed you the other day, Brandon.
Yeah, we were talking about Pokemon the other day, and I don't remember what it was.
We were like, no, we don't.
We said Brandon's not here.
He could answer all these questions.
Anyways, somebody wrote this article on Kotaku, Ari Notice, and it was they're basically like talking about how fans had been asking for like more adult versions of like Pokemon, and I don't mean like adult like rated X or you know what I mean, like I just like more like grown up, because a lot of the Pokemon fans have like grown up, and I don't know, but I don't know how I feel about that, like, because I'm like, I'm fine either way, but I am like interested in this new stuff, like the Arceus, Pokemon Legends Arceus that's coming out. And they're saying this is more like more adult than what the little kid type Pokemon is.
That'll be an interesting change.
And I was like, maybe that's why it caught my attention, because remember how I was saying that I was like, I don't know why I never really got into Pokemon, and now all of a sudden I saw this latest stuff and I'm like, I want to do all this Pokemon stuff.
I want all the Pokemon.
And maybe it's because they're aiming it a little bit
at a slightly different audience.
Yeah, and I'm like, maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's why I wasn't interested, because like we were saying before, when Pokemon first came out, it felt like it wasn't really meant for me anyways, because I was like 17, 18 is what I want to say. I don't really remember, but so it felt like it was like just, it wasn't a thing I'd get into, because I was like, oh, that's for kids.
It was kind of like Power Rangers.
Yeah, or Power Rangers.
Power Rangers came out a little too late. Like if it had come out like 3-5 years earlier, I would have been into it. But then
well, I
by
knew
the
about
time it
I
came
was
out,
into Power Rangers, but that was because I knew about it like before it came out.
that was
So.
because I had a Japanese family and I knew all the things from Japan. Nah.
Well, I mean,
It's true.
the boys at my church would watch it. That's why I knew about it like way before it became a thing. In this, it's really funny. It was, I don't know, for me growing up, it's really interesting.
You
to
didn't
see.
watch the dubbed versions. You got to see them speaking Japanese.
Well, it was really interesting for me to see because of growing up with my grandmother raising me, and then also growing up in like a Japanese church. It's interesting to watch like the things that I already knew that people were into or that are Japanese, and they would have it sent over to them from Japan or whatever, and then watching what eventually like Americans would take from some of these different things, the things they chose, and it would become like a big deal, was really interesting for me.
Yeah.
So growing up, I don't know, I always
seeing
thought
what was enjoyed about the culture and then what got left behind.
Yeah. And then I remember when I started doing Japanese classes, I remember having to explain to somebody that like like Japan's not all anime all the time, because there's some people that that was their first like experience with Japanese culture is through anime.
As soon as you get off the plane, it's actually anime.
It's all anime.
There's no real land there.
I remember having to explain that to someone because I don't remember what we were having a conversation about something. I don't remember what it was, and I think that they had met my grandmother and they were like, I don't know what they were expecting or something, but I just remember getting into a conversation with them. And I'm like, not everyone in Japan even is like that big into anime, because they I had to explain all this stuff.
Do you mean you don't have a one-dimensional monolith for a culture?
Yeah,
shocking.
But it's really interesting though to see the things that have picked up here in the States, like Pokemon picked up, and I kind of knew about that one. There was when Tamagotchi. I call it Tamagotchi because Tamago means freaking egg in Japanese, but everybody here in the States is like Tamagotchi, and I was like, what is that? It sounds like a generic version of Tamagotchi. And then I found out, it's like that thing, and it became like when I think I was in high school when it became, or at least
everybody was carrying one around.
That's when I had moved from Texas up to here, and everyone had one, and they would like scream at each other like, hey, I got one too. You would like walk around and then have it or whatever. You remember that?
It was a big deal.
I didn't know that was going to become like a really like big thing. And my grandmother had her brother sent me and my sister one over from Japan before it became a big deal, and people were like, what is that, and then like I want to say it was like a year later it became popular, and I was just like, I had moved on from it at that time.
You're like, whatever.
Yeah, I don't,
old trends.
Yeah. Anyways, and then also this article kind of talks about like whether the old like Pokemon stuff was even like considered, whether it's really even hard. Like they're like, was the old stuff hard? It seemed hard.
You mean challenging?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or is it not really that hard? And that's kind of what this article is asking about. So I kind of like, I know Brandon's a big Pokemon fan. I wanted to ask Brandon, do you think the old school Pokemon, because I'm just delving into this stuff and learning about it recently. So do you think the old, and I'm about to be getting, I don't know when I'm gonna get it, but the Diamond and Pearl, and I think I want to get Diamond over Pearl before I get, because I like what's coming with Diamond more than I like what's coming with Pearl.
Shine bright like a diamond.
Yeah. Anyways, do you think the old stuff was like harder or easy? Like, what do you like compared to the newer Pokemon stuff? Do you think it's harder or easier? I'm kind of curious. Some people are saying like the only reason people say it's easier now is because there are like a ton of guides and all this other stuff as well. It's kind of like I kind of wondered about that because I don't tend to read guides.
You go back to some of these old games that were really hard back in the day, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Like, some of it makes a lot more sense because the mechanics have been used so much since then,
Mhm.
or people check out guides. So yeah, no, there's that sort of stuff. Although, the way that I understood it was that you could grind so much in the games to make it
Yeah.
easier, but
Yeah, I
I don't know.
understand.
We'd
Yeah,
have to.
I that's the way I've
Brandon's the
understood it.
expert.
Also, and I remember from that guy telling me, because I guess that guy really liked Pokemon as well too.
Mhm.
Like the old stuff is really, it's not like complex. Like the story is not complex. It's not super complex to figure out what to do.
Okay.
So, maybe that's why for some people they're saying it's easier. I don't know. I haven't played it. Like I said, I'm just starting to get into it and I find the topic interesting because it's like, I don't, cuz I'll be honest, that new stuff is getting me like really wanting to understand what's going on with Pokemon stuff.
For
So,
me, I have fun playing with kids that are like younger than tweens or tween maybe,
mhm. Mhm.
or if they're adult. But it's that whole teenage time period where if they make the protagonist a teenager and they're like, "Oh, my first relationship,"
Like it's the
and that sort of
only
stuff. I'm
most
just like,
important
"Nope."
thing ever in your
Yep.
life.
It's
Like
just like, "Oh, I had
whenever
my
you
first
watch a
heartbreak," and I'm just like,
whenever you watch a coming of age movie, they always treat
"Oh,
it like
yeah,
this is the most ultimate important thing that you'll ever
these
have in your
puns
life.
really
This is the only
matter."
thing that
Yeah,
like matters. Yeah, yeah. Like I can't stand that too.
I just can't do those games.
But and
I
then the other thing they
it
brought up
grates on
was
me.
Pokemon Unite is probably more for older people just because of or not older people, but like an older crowd because of the competitiveness
Yeah.
of the game and whatnot. So yeah, I was just kind of curious about I also left a link of the article on our other games chat. So if you do want to give us your opinion on that, I tagged you on it, Brandon, because like I'm kind of curious from somebody who's actually been playing Pokemon for a while what they think about what they're saying in this article. Anyways, I think we should hurry up and move on because I just realized the time. Like, and we're gonna play some Monster Hunter Freeze 2
Ooh.
today.
We're gonna try and figure out how this co-op thing
Yeah,
works.
we don't know how the co-op thing works. Nord has done the cooperative quest that opens it up. I've had it done for a little while. So I'm really excited to be able to play with you, to be honest. So let me jump into game. I'll bring up Nord's game for now. I'll jump into
Yes.
it's
Yes.
been a while since I've played.
Hey,
No
you have
problem.
only English in first playthrough? Is that all you have?
No, it's not all I have. It should be
Let me refresh it.
veteran and disabled veteran. It may just not be
Oh,
showing
okay,
everything
okay.
to you.
English first playthrough, multiplayer, cooperative, disabled veteran, RPG, action,
Yeah.